Welcome to Buy It on Birch Street, the weekly show where we highlight the best of procure-to-pay on demand in innovation, automation, and solutions to help save you and your customers valuable money and time. Birch Street Systems provides global enterprises with multiple locations a complete procure-to-pay business solution deploying cloud technology. I'm your host, Gareth Fraser. Our guest today is Sales and Marketing Enablement Associate Megan Britton. Welcome to the show, Megan.
Thank you so much for having me, Gareth.
It's good to have you here, and I am in what is normally sunny Florida, but it's raining, lightning, and thundering. Even while we're talking, it's spectacular. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. But where are you located right now, Megan?
I am in Washington right now, and typically it is raining here, but today, so far, no rain, just a little bit of gloom.
Well, I'm sure that gloom will give way to sunshine eventually, that's for sure. Now, you're talking about Washington State specifically. Where are you located there?
I am just south of Olympia, so just south of the state capital in a town called Tumwater.
Oh, I know the place well, and gorgeous mountains and verdant trees and rich and expansive opportunities of visuals and vistas. It's a gorgeous place, the Pacific Northwest. Well, let's begin by asking you to share with our listeners a little bit about your career, Megan, and what brought you here to Birch Street Systems.
I grew up in a household filled with people of hospitality. So my mother and my father both worked in hospitality for a very long time. My father worked as a chief engineer in hotels, on site, on property. My mother worked on property at different hotels. So it was kind of in my blood, if you could say. And when I started working, I worked for Hilton on property. And Hilton is actually a customer of Birch Street, which I love. And I very much enjoyed working on property. It was a great hotel to work at, right on the beach in sunny Southern California. As much as I loved that, I wanted to start to experience the behind the scenes process because I got very enthralled with the in and out of the day-to-day processes at the hotel, the day-to-day operations. And so I wanted to be able to see that and be able to work in that. So I'm very lucky to have this opportunity to work at Birch Street, not only in sales and see our solutions at work, but also in the marketing department to be able to have everyone in the hospitality industry see what we do. So it's very exciting.
Speaking of exciting, in the background there, it sounds like that's your golden retriever, Boon, giving us a few Birch Street barks. So let's give him a test. Come on, Boon. Give us 3 Birch Street barks. Well, that's quite an endorsement of Buy It on Birch Street and the Birch Street System products, I might add. So thank you very much, Boon. And Megan, we've got to keep moving forward. Next up, tell us a bit about your role here at Birch Street Systems specifically.
I get the opportunity to work with both the sales and marketing team. It is quite the luxury. I am learning more and more in the marketing field every day working here at Birch Street, so that is very exciting. I am given the opportunity to assist the sales team in leads, making sure that everyone who is interested in Birch Street is getting to the proper sales team, since we are sectioned off by regions, making sure that they have their email campaigns going out and helping them in any way possible to make sure that we can reach as many hotel and hospitality groups. And as far as the marketing side goes, it's very exciting. I get to work with our content. So it is in this day and age, it is very popular to be what's called a content creator. So I feel like I get to do a bit of that with Birch Street. And we have something very exciting coming up. Our new website will be launching very soon here. And I have been able to be a part of that project. And it is a big project, quite a large undertaking, but it has been very exciting nonetheless. And so I am ready for all of these hospitality groups to see Birch Street's next steps and watch as we unveil our new website, some new social medias. So I think that people are going to get very excited and get re-energized like the industry is starting to get re-energized today now that the pandemic is slowing down, coming to a close, hopefully, fingers crossed.
You're right. The industry is energized, and we see that just with the sheer amount of activity in travel, in hospitality as we come back. Yes, there's labor shortages. Yes, there's supply chain issues as well. And to Birch Street Systems and platform to help save customers valuable money and time. But also, as you alluded to there, Megan, there are so many exciting things happening at Birch Street Systems. We have been purchased by two private equity firms, and we do appreciate all our founders, Sushil Garg has done, and as he supports the way forward with our CEO, Brendan Reedy, and executive team as Birch Street Systems scales up to even greater heights. We are attending at least 16 events this year around the world. Our European team has been throughout the United Kingdom recently and Europe, and then hot on the heels of that, they're in the Middle East at the ATM event in Dubai, and they're slated to come right back over here in a few weeks to be at HITEC, which will be just up the road from me in Orlando, Florida. So a lot of activity across the globe. We're all seeing it from different perspectives, and it's helpful for us to hear yours today, Megan, as you have gone coast to coast, and so you've seen the lockdown, the build back, the move forward as the sun comes out, so to speak, on the hospitality industry, and we're all looking forward for that to be nothing but rainbows and sunshine.
I have gone from coast to coast, and seeing everything completely shut down was, I'm sure, as everyone agrees, was just out of this world. It was a complete shift in our society. And so slowly seeing things start to ramp up and going from one end of the coast to the other, it's very exciting. And I think that people are getting re-energized. I constantly see people starting to book trips, and even if it's just what's called a staycation, right? And they're wanting to go to a hotel that's just close to home, just to be able to experience travel again and experience some sort of release from being cooped up for 2 years now. It's very exciting, and I see leisure travel coming back. I see corporate travel coming back, and with that, I see hotels and hospitality groups very excited in this way, and I think that they're ready to jump in. And we've seen a lot of energy at the conferences that we've been to already this year, the trade shows that we've been to. I think that we're going to see the same type of excited energy in the rest of the trade shows that we have for the year. And I think people are ready to spend money, ready to get the gears going, and they were able to take a look inward, and now they can kind of have a reset and get their hotels, their restaurants up and running and better than ever. So I think that now that we have that excitement going, I think it's just the supply chain issue, but I do think that with time, as we start to level out, that will come with it. The supply chain will get more regulated, almost get back to normal a little bit. So it may take a tiny bit longer, but we're trucking along, and I think that it's going to be absolutely wonderful, and it's going to be even better than it was 2 years ago.
That's a positive and encouraging assessment. And there, as you know, our team motto on the commercial team is all in. And that is not just a motto for our listeners. We believe in that. Our team is happy. It's unified. We're aligned. We're headed in the same direction. Why? Because we absolutely love the product. We believe in the product. We understand fully what's happening in the industry, and we know that we can save customers valuable money and time in the utilization of our tools, whether it's end-to-end, from ePro all the way through to business intelligence, or whether it is ePro, accounts payable with 3A Auto Match, invoice management solution, and BirchStreet Pay, all of which are providing greater value to our customers. And so, Megan, from your perspective, as you see the array of solutions we provide for the hospitality industry, what do you see as the greater value of customers selecting our products for their properties?
First and foremost, it improves overall efficiency throughout the property level, throughout the group level. It's just the most efficient way to be able to run your daily operations. It saves not only time but money on labor. It streamlines the purchasing process, which again is cost effective, saves time. So I think that we have the solutions for you to make your everyday hotel operations easier.
And to shift to a personal question, part of everyday hotel operations would require, from the kitchen perspective, baking. We all love baked goods. Tasty. Who are the bakers at BirchStreet? We know we have two chefs, Chef Flavius and Chef Lawrence, but many others like to cook. Our CEO loves to cook. Anyone who knows you, Megan, knows you love to bake. And so we need to share that with the audience today. Why do you love baking? What has it taught you in life? And why does it bring you so much fulfillment?
So my love of baking started when I was younger. My mother and my grandma love to cook. They're very big cooks. I come from a Mexican household, so we always loved cooking. And so when I started to cook in the kitchen, it made me really fall in love with the kitchen. But growing up, I've always loved sweets. I'm a big fan of sweets. So that was how I started to get into baking. My mom has this wonderful chocolate chip cookie recipe. And so I started helping her with those, and then slowly started to branch out from cookies to lemon bars. Everyone in my family and my friends, they love the lemon bars, and spring and summertime, everyone's asking me to make lemon bars. So that's very exciting. And then something that I recently made that has been a big hit to all my family and friends is cheesecake. I make original New York style cheesecake. And I actually just had one of my friends who she's in North Carolina. That's where I was prior to being in Washington. And she actually just messaged me the other day saying, "Oh, what I would do to get one of your cheesecakes right now." And it just made me smile and giggle. And I wish that I could send her one. But I do. I love baking. I love experimenting with new things. And I think so far, cheesecake has been my favorite. And because it's a little bit more difficult and a little bit finicky, but I like that. I like that you have to take time and really pay attention to the baking process when it comes to cheesecake.
Well, when it comes to cheesecake, you've just given me an idea. We need you to bake a cheesecake, put the BirchStreet Systems logo in it. You organize all of our swag, stuff we all get. Who knows, at some event, maybe you listening could come to our booth and we'd give you a BirchStreet Systems baked good. It could be the cheesecake. So I'm throwing out that challenge to you, Megan, and we'll see what comes back.
Oh, definitely. I definitely will try and do that. That sounds amazing.
Well, that's all the time we have. You've been listening to Sales and Marketing Enablement Associate Megan Britton. Thank you so much for joining us today, Megan.
Thank you so much, Gareth.
I don't know whether I'm hungrier than I was when I first started, but maybe you should think about the recipe management solution that we offer at BirchStreet Systems. It helps you control food and beverage procurement costs and consistency across all your organization's kitchens. You grow better supplier relationships and make it easy for food and beverage suppliers to do business with you. And you'll bring consistency across multiple locations with the BirchStreet Systems recipe management solution. Now we'll power all your locations and suppliers to conduct a business span and invoice management all in one place. This involves what? Recipe creation, allergens and intolerances, nutrition calculation, recipe costing, publish and share recipes, even recipe scaling, a what-if analysis, and recipe to requisition to inventory. You can't beat BirchStreet Systems' recipe management solution. Go over to birchstreetsystems.com, click on Solutions, and select Recipe Management. Thank you for your time today and dropping in to listen to us. We'll see you next time right here on It On BirchStreet.